Hi, and welcome to another ACCE 2016 live broadcast. We are joined with the very, very famous and award-winning Bruce Fuda, who has just won the Australian Council for Computers in Education Educator of the Year Award. Congratulations.
Congratulations, mate. Thanks, Roland. Thanks, Amanda.
Yes.
Well, that's wonderful. And thank you for coming along today. I'm going to put a question to you, and I know that we're spending a lot of time with technology, a lot of great new shiny toys that we're showing off. We've got the M robot here. We have drones, but and lighting.
Wearable jacket.
Yeah, wearable jackets, yeah. So I'm going to put the question to you, Bruce. Why invest? We just got off the wagon. Why invest all this time in robotics, especially programming? Well, what are we hoping to gain from that?
I guess my take on the whole, why is programming so valuable in secondary school comes from the fact that it's a tool that allows students to implement their ideas and to turn what is effectively nothing into something pretty amazing. When you talk about, for example, some of the more traditional modes of technology and the fact that you can build things with that, you're often restricted by what physically you're able to do or what resources you have. And the real challenge, I think, is taking something like that and scaling it. And that's something that programming allows us to do. You can very easily build something, launch it, get a global audience, and then iterate on that on the basis of feedback. And it's not going to cost you significant investment in terms of your resourcing, which is something that a lot of our students in particular don't have access to.
What are some of the real world connections you can make with that technology? Because they're not going to be building supercomputers or real scale factory robots.
No, that's right. So I emphasize with my students, and I'm teaching year 11 and 12 at the moment, I emphasize with them the idea that when you understand the fundamentals of computer science and the fundamentals of programming as a tool, you can start building really interesting applications that address a need that you've identified. And a really good example of that is one of my students who English is a second language. And what he chose to do for his application was to build a tool that connects to the internet, grabs the text from a URL, and then actually summarizes that into a shorter passage of text and still gives you the same meaning. So the idea there being that it addresses the need that a lot of non-English speakers have of being able to access material that would otherwise be overwhelming.
Without having to read all of that kind of text.
That's right. Yeah.
And you've set up your classroom space in a really interesting way. It's not, hey everyone, we're going to do this programming language now, we're going to make this product. Can you tell us a bit about how you structure, scaffold, support students
Sure.
in your class?
So one of our challenges was how do we ensure that every student who wants to do IT at the school can do so? And obviously you often fight timetabling issues and things like that at a school. So we eliminated the idea that to do IT you had to be in a specific class. We run IT on every line, but students, really their assignment of a line is a notional thing. Because we have IT teachers and classes running all the time, students come and go. All of their work is actually set up online and structured so that they turn up, they can access the next material in a sequence, they can get teacher support from any number of the teachers who are available at the time. And
they don't get it, they can pick the loop.
That's right. They can go back and back and back and make sure that they understand the concept. And for us, I think the big win was that no longer did we have to say to a student, well, the only line that you can do IT on is the line we're running the web design unit. And then they say, well, I really wanted to do programming and computer science. I'm not going to do it now. The simple fact is they find a time in their timetable that works for them. They turn up and they get to do the subject they want to do. So it's been a really great way of being able to attract students to the subject and to really start to explore what it is about the discipline that they're interested in.
Another question to ask you. I noticed in your background, you've been volunteering quite a lot of helping promote IT in other groups like the NCSS Summer School. Can you explain a bit about why you do that?
So the NCSS Summer School, when I first came across the program, I was really impressed with the goal, the idea that students can turn up and who've had very little programming experience, if any, in some cases, by the end of 10 days have constructed a social network or have built a wearable tech item. And so I went along and was really impressed with the way that the ratio of tutors to students has been really carefully thought out by the team at the NCSS. So instead of being faced with the issue we have in schools where you've got one teacher to 20, 30 students, and it being really difficult for you to give every student the opportunity to focus on something that is at their level, they've got a sort of 3-to-1 ratio. Yeah.
And this is Sydney University, and it's teaching Python.
That's right. So if you're in the rapid web stream, you're learning Python, you're building your social network. If you're in the embedded system stream, then you're working with Arduino and you're building some robotic devices and things like that. So that ratio on what they're able to do with those students in 10 days was really inspirational. I mean, it's the sort of thing that that got me thinking about how I might be able to change the way I do things in the class. And as a result, I've been going back for 6 years, and I intend to go back again.
Oh, wonderful. Well, we're privileged to have you as an inspiring example of what an IT teacher can do, and I'm engaged with the way that you've got a real-world connection, you understand about its place in the classroom, and you're passionate about helping others learn and acquire that skill. So it's wonderful, Bruce.
Thank you for your time.
No
I
worries.
look forward to more ACCE adventures with you as well.
I'll be around. Thanks, guys.
Keep sharing. Absolutely. Thank you.